Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Innovation Podcast, your source for all things innovation. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Norm Merritt on the line, and he's CEO over at QualiTest. Norm, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Adam. It's good to be with you.
All right, so I'm excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to talk a little bit more about QualiTest and what you're up to there. And so just to kick us off, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Yeah, QualiTest is a great company, very innovative in the quality assurance and quality testing space. So if you think about kind of how we fit into the world, you know, every company, every industry these days is recognizing that software is the way that they can differentiate their product offerings. You know, walk into any McDonald's and you'll see a kiosk, you know, now taking orders, and, you know, doesn't matter what company, what industry you look at, software is eating the world. It's just taking over. And because of that, a lot of companies are recognizing they have to make a large investment in technology, and they need to make sure that as they increase the complexity of all these systems working together, that the systems have to actually work, and they have to have high quality. They have to not create problems for their end customers, and that's what we do. QualiTest is the largest pure play quality assurance, quality testing company for software development. And so we make sure that companies, when they're launching their code, whatever the type of code, that it is, you know, it's precise, it's functional, it's also usable, it's reliable, it's, you know, it's secure, and that's what QualiTest does. We just make sure that companies can be, you know, really comfortable when they launch software into the marketplace.
So what is the right type? Because at the end, I'm going to let you leave your website, all that other good stuff. So you definitely have the attention of some of our listeners right now. That being said, what are the right types of companies and or niches or industries that you typically like working with?
Well, we have various specialization practices that, you know, focus in the telecom space, in the medical device space, in the utility space, in the BFSI space, you know, banking, financial services, and insurance space. So we have experts that kind of can help us drive deep into each of those sectors, but we also have horizontal expertise along, you know, we have state-of-the-art automation frameworks. We apply artificial intelligence to our testing methodologies to increase level of certainty with a lot less testing. You know, we have a cyber practice. We do, you know, large ERP systems like SAP or Workday. We've got testers that kind of specialize in that area. So, you know, we work with very large companies. About the vast majority of our revenue are with companies that have 10,000 or more employees, because and that's the reason for that is the larger companies are more discerning and recognize that when it comes to quality, they really should be drawing upon a specialist or an expert in that space to make sure that they're, you know, really assured in when they launch their software. So, you know, we have specialization along sectors as well as along certain, you know, types of capabilities and solutions. And really, what we're all about is providing solutions to our customers. You know, quality and software development is increasingly complex. You know, as one example, you look at a Tesla car, there are 100 million lines of code. And, you know, as again, software gets more and more complex and more systems are integrating, it becomes increasingly impossible for people who are not really specialists and are using machine learning and artificial intelligence to enhance their approach to testing to be able to keep up. It's the problem is just more complex than human beings are able to discern. And so that's what we do. We bring, you know, the latest tools, the latest expertise, and we you know, help companies feel comfortable in their approach to software.
100 million lines of code. Come on, Norm, that's baby stuff. That's a joke.
Yeah.
So that's
amazing, isn't it?
So that being said, I mean, how does QualiTest really kind of differentiate themselves in this marketplace as things get more complex?
Alluded to it. I mean, we have we actually back in December purchased an artificial intelligence company to integrate that into our service offering. We had been working with this partner for quite some time, and so it was a really natural kind of progression to have us acquire them. And we basically, the issue is, as I mentioned, it gets so complex with multiple devices, multiple systems, multiple platforms. They all need to integrate together for people to really know what the testing regimen ought to be to make sure that you're comfortable before you're launching software. And what we do is we use artificial intelligence to actually go through both structured test results and unstructured data like agile stories in an agile environment or release notes from engineers. And we use 40 different artificial intelligence algorithms, and we optimize to basically help us know not only what to test, but in what order we should test and what we shouldn't test. And we can get to a similar level of confidence in a fraction of the time because we're using machine learning to enhance our expertise. So that's one example of the kind of innovation that we're bringing to bear in this marketplace. And it's all about knowing which tool to use and how to use it to be able to kind of cut through the underbrush of complexity with ever increasing numbers of lines of code or various systems that have to integrate and so forth.
Let's talk a little bit more about the global expansion. I mean, London, India, Portugal. I mean, I can't keep up. Tell us a little bit more about the plans and what's next.
Yeah, well, we have a global footprint. So we're in Europe, in the UK, in Romania, in Switzerland, in Portugal. We also have a large footprint in the U.S. It's our fastest growing market with various locations here. We have locations in Israel. It's actually where we began. It's where our cybersecurity and our artificial intelligence is out of Israel. And we also have a center in India, a center of excellence in India that allows us to basically provide what we call right shoring for our clients. So if they're looking for a combination of offshore and onshore resources, we can provide that. And so our global expansion plan is, we continue to be acquisitive. We were backed by a private equity firm called Bridgepoint, and they have, part of their investment thesis in investing in the company was that this is a big market. It's a very, very deep market. We're the largest pure play, but there's lots of headroom, lots of opportunity for us to grow. So we're very acquisitive, and we're looking at expanding both geographically as well as finding new veins of requirements and making sure that we've got the latest expertise in those areas so we can continue to provide really precise solutions for our customers.
Man, that is exciting. So, Norm, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about QualiTest, I mean, what's the best way for them to reach out and to learn more from your team?
Best way is to, obviously go online. We have our website is QualiTestGroup.com, and we've got a description of our services and ways for you to send in a request, and we have folks who are standing by and experts that can really help again create the solutions for whomever is interested. QualiTestGroup.com.
And that's QualiTestGroup.com. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Fantastic. So, Norm, thanks again for coming on the show. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Innovation, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of things and projects you're working on. And, Norm, thanks again for coming on the show.
Hey, glad to be here. Thanks, Adam.